Hit record and get started with this. Hey guys, welcome to our webinar, What is Coaching? We are super excited that you're here with us, and we just want you to know that you're not here by mistake. You're here because we saw some qualities in you that we felt would make an amazing coach. We feel like you'd vibe with us. We want to have fun and hang out and go on trips with you and just get to share this incredible team and community that has blessed all of our lives and brought all of us into each other's lives, because most of us didn't even know each other before becoming a coach. So we're really excited to have you here tonight. The way that this webinar is going to work, if you guys are on here, if you're on the live webinar right now, if you could comment in the chat box and let us know your name, where you're from, who invited you to this webinar, that would be awesome, just so we can kind of get to know you and, you know, connect with you guys. And then also the way the webinar is going to flow, you're going to hear from different leaders within our organization. We're going to be talking about different topics such as like what do we do as coaches and how this whole thing works. And you're going to hear some personal stories from a few of the coaches that are on our team as well. At the end, if you have any questions that you have, you can either unmute yourself and ask a question. You can ask a question by typing it in the chat box, and we can answer them all at the end. So if something comes up and you don't want to forget your question, make sure you type it in the box so we can answer it towards the end. And then anything that resonates with you, you want to kind of react to it or whatever, like, yes, that's awesome. Drop that in the chat too so we know you're with us. So I'm going to pass it over to Lauren Avon, and I should probably say, hello, my name is Carolyn. I always forget to do that. Nice to meet you guys. I'm one of the coaches on this team, and I'm going to pass it over to Lauren, who is going to kick us off. So all you, mute myself so you don't have feedback.
Awesome. Do you want to click to the next slide? Yeah, okay. All right. Hi, I'm Lauren. So I'm going to talk to you as quickly as I possibly can and as briefly as I can about who we are as coaches and who we are not, what we are and what we are not. So our team is full of all sorts of different types of people. We have teachers on our team. We have moms. We have accountants. We have nurses, students, bloggers, fitness instructors. Our team is so diverse, and we all pursue very different things. So we're not all only full-time coaches, but there are full-time coaches on our team as well. But we are all brought together by our love of what we do, and that's what makes us mesh so well together, and that's what makes us a team. We love helping people. We love, oh, I'm echoing. We love helping people get healthy and happy, and we love working on ourselves, and that's really like the common thread between all of us. Ooh, excuse me. Despite the fact that we all do so many really, really different things outside of this. You can click to the next slide. So, let me see. Sorry, move my text box or my chat box. Okay, so what is a coach? We are all regular people. We all are on our own journeys. We are all living our own lives. We're not only coaching. We're not only, like, we have lives outside of this, I promise. All of us do. We all are real humans, though, who just are passionate about what we're doing, and we just love to share our story and impact as many lives as we possibly can. So what makes a great coach is being coachable, right? Like being teachable and willing to put in work, because there is work to do. It's super fun, but it is work. And if you are willing to do the work, you will be able to reap the benefits of that. We're also just seeking more than that, like, daily grind life, the 9-to-5 job. Not that there's anything wrong with that. If you love your 9-to-5 job, there are a lot of women on our team who work 9-to-5 jobs, but like, we're all fulfilling another passion beyond that. We're all chasing another passion and another, like, just seeking more in our daily lives. Good coaches are ready and willing to work on themselves. None of us are fitness robots. None of us are perfect. If you're already totally perfect and at your goals and you have nothing to work on and nothing to change, to be honest, you're probably not going to make a great coach because you'll have no sort of story to share, and it's completely unrelatable. No one on this team is perfect at all. All of us are still working on ourselves. None of us are like fitness or nutrition experts. We'll dive into that aspect a little bit later. None of us have like huge followings or started off coaching with huge followings. You don't need to be already an influencer with a massive following. You don't need to have experience in sales. I know I didn't when I first started coaching. I had zero experience in sales, and to be honest, I still feel like I don't have experience in sales 3.5 years into coaching, because that's not what it feels like we do at all. And like I said, like, you don't need to be at your goal. You shouldn't be at your goal if you're going to coach. This is all about the journey. We are all just sharing our journey, and we're constantly pushing our own personal limits and trying to reach for more for ourselves. I don't know who's next.
Okay, this is me. All right, so I'm going to take it from here and explain really what we do on the day-to-day basis. And by the way, my name is Emmy. I've been a coach for 4 years now. I was very part-time, and now I do this full-time, but still have other side gigs, because honestly, what we do every day is very simple. It's not easy, and I want to stress that this is not just us like sipping margaritas on a cruise all the time, although some of y'all may have seen our recent posts about that. Most of the time, this is nitty-gritty hard work that we're doing every day. I always say, because it's true, you know, a 6th grader could run this business. And why I say that is because the actual action steps that we're doing every day, which there's just really like 4 things, I'm going to run through them briefly so you know exactly what it is. It's not fancy. It's really not rocket science. We're doing most of it from our phone, like on our couch, in the random little crevices of time that we have throughout our day. But it does take really consistent work. It does take, you know, some days you don't feel like doing these things. It is still work that you have to show up for, just like owning any business or working any job. But we do 4 simple things, and I will touch on this later when I talk about the training you get. So just know that you're not supposed to magically know how to do these things. None of us did when we started. But the first thing that we do is literally just work on our own health, because you can't pour from an empty cup. And like Lauren said, none of us are perfect. We're all in the trenches working on ourselves. So that includes doing a fitness program. We have so many different options, whether you're trying to lose weight or gain muscle, or you're into yoga or dance. There's something for everybody. But we're plugging into our own program every day. We're doing our own workouts. We're following meal plans. We have so many different options. And we're doing that so that we can model the behavior, because you can't tell somebody else to work on themselves if you're not willing to lead by example. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, we're working on our mindset, which I think is a really cool job requirement. I've never had that in any other job. And that literally can look like reading a book or listening to a podcast. It's not complex, but it's just fueling your own brain with something positive every day. And that's going to help you. Honestly, that changes every facet of your life. Doesn't just change your coach career, although it is directly linked to your success as a coach. That trickles into every element of your life, your relationships, you know, your family life, just your confidence going throughout your day. So that's a really cool element of this. And so that's the baseline, is working on ourselves. And then also we talk to other people. We share what's working for us, whether you're 1 day into your first fitness program or you've been doing this for years. We're always sharing this with other people. And that's usually through social media, but it can also be coworkers and friends and family for sure. And we're getting to know more about them and learning about their goals. And then we're helping set them up with these pre-designed programs that are made from the best nutritionists and from the best trainers, so that they can get results as well. And we're not, none of us have like perfect 6-packs. None of us are fitness models. None of us are trainers. We're literally just working on ourselves alongside other people that also want to get healthier. So anybody can do this. And then we're supporting those people and helping them get results. So again, I'll talk more about this later when I tell you about the training you get. You're not required to go do this all on your own when you're brand new. But we are helping people get results ultimately, and just helping, again, share what's working for us, which is honestly, we all do that through our social media, whether it's intentional or not, whether you're just posting about a movie you really loved or a restaurant you went to or a Netflix series you're binging. We're all sharing what we are enjoying and what we are benefiting from. But as a coach, we're just doing that a little more intentionally in a way that can actually get people really, long-term results, and also, of course, earn income from. And then lastly, we're just growing our own teams, helping other women join our teams who want financial freedom, who want to work from home, who want a side hustle. And the cool thing about this is we're not just working in a bubble, we're all working as a team, and helping, the more people we all help collectively, then the more people we help. It's not just one person, it's a collective effort. So yeah, I think I'm just showing you guys some pictures from, these are real people on our team. So obviously we do not all come into this at our goal weight or our goal body or whatever. We're all working on ourselves all the time. And these are, like I said, literal real results from people on this team. Okay. Bella, it's all you, I think.
Hey everyone, my name's Valeria. So I'm super excited to tell you guys all about Shakeology. I could talk about it for hours, so if I start to ramble, let me know. But pretty much I want to tell my story a little bit because I think it's really important to communicate the power of this supplement, these Shakeology. It's not just a plant-based powder, it comes vegan and it comes in a whey form, but it's not just another protein powder. A lot of people think it is, but it's a lot more than that. It has superfoods, it has vitamins. I think of it as my all-in-one easy nutritious meal of the day. But before I started drinking this superfoods mix, I was anemic. I was really irregular. Sorry if that's TMI, but I had a hard time pooping. I was getting a lot of cravings. I was vegan, but I was not healthy per se. I craved a lot of salty and sugary foods, and I couldn't make it through the day without multiple cups of coffee. And I never realized that, this powder could help all of those things. It had iron, so it took care of my anemia. The pre and probiotics helped me get super regular. Even when I'm traveling and eating not great, I can still drink Shakeology and know that I will poop that day, which is so important for your gut health. Again, sorry if that's gross and nasty. I don't really care about talking about poop. And sorry, I wrote notes because I tend to ramble. But I was a runner and I was not seeing results at all. And once I started really drinking Shakeology regularly, cutting all those cravings out, not eating junk, I started actually seeing results in my body because I was no longer craving all those things because my body had all the nutrients that it truly needed to not have intense cravings all the time. Because what cravings are is when your body doesn't have the nutrients it needs. So it's telling you oh, I need more of this, I need more of that. And we think of that as oh, I want ice cream and I want potato chips. But in reality, it's because we're missing vitamins. And these days, the American diet, unfortunately, is not the healthiest, and our soils are so depleted from these nutrients that we really do need that extra supplement, and we need those superfoods and those phytonutrients to make our body run at its optimal level. But yeah, it's amazing. How there's all these trendy smoothies and juice places popping up everywhere, and ashwagandha and acai bowls and all these things. Think of Shakeology like that, but on steroids. It is way more than all those things because it has the protein and the probiotics and the superfoods. So here you are paying for a $10 kale smoothie, whereas this is less than half of that per serving, and it's gonna actually fill you up. So that's I'll step off my Shakeology soapbox now. But this is I'm so passionate about it, and all of us are obsessed. And it actually tastes good. That's another thing. You might, drink celery juice or a kale smoothie and it's not gonna taste great, but Shakeology actually tastes amazing, and there's no fillers in it. It's all natural, preservative free. So yeah, I'm gonna stuff now. But hope that was helpful.
That just got me super amped up. I got fired up listening to you just now. Awesome. So another thing that we use, another tool in our toolbox that we all personally use, and we also use to help our clients get results, is Beachbody On Demand. So essentially what this is a streaming system, just like Netflix or Hulu, Prime, or whatever, all those different streaming systems that are out there. It's like that, but full of workouts. There are hundreds of workouts in there. I think it's like $7,000 or $8,000 worth of workout programs are inside of this streaming library automatically, along with all of the program materials that go along with them. So you can start and finish a program, and immediately after you finish that program, you can jump onto another program. So you never hit a plateau. You're not going to get bored. You can search in the library based on your fitness level, based on what type of workouts you like to do. It ranges from like yoga to dance cardio to MMA fighting cardio to weightlifting, bodybuilding. Like all of that is all already in this streaming system. And you can also search by the amount of time that you have in your day. So if you're someone like myself, I work several different jobs, and multiple times a week I work from like 8 or 9 in the morning until 10:30 at night. And I still am able to get a workout in on those days. I just adjust, and I'll do like a 20-minute workout that day during a break between my jobs. So even if you are super, super busy, especially if you are super, super busy, or if you get bored really easily, or you're not really sure where to start, it's awesome. And the same thing goes for your clients. It's awesome because it gives you all of the guidelines that you need to succeed, again, without ever hitting any sort of plateau or getting bored. All right, this chat box is blowing up.
All right, I think it's back to me. So thank you for chatting about two of the biggest tools that we have as coaches, not only to help ourselves, but to also help our clients get results, which is the most important thing. You know, these things that we're using on a regular basis are not only helping us get healthier, but it's helping us share this healthy lifestyle with others and ensure that, you know, our clients are getting results. So I'm going to chat with you a little bit about more perks of being a coach besides getting to get paid to work on yourself and become the best, healthiest version of you. So the first perk of being a coach is you earn 25% commission on all items sold through your shop. So yes, this is a business. Yes, you can earn an income doing this. And that's just the start of how the income works in this business. You know, in the beginning, it's going to be very commission-based, but as you grow, you're going to start earning bonuses and different types of income based on, you know, the success of yourself and the success of your team, which is pretty awesome. The other thing that's really sweet on top of that, you not only get a 25% commission, you also get a 25% discount. So if you want to try any of our other products, let's say you want to try our pre-workout that we love so much, we have 2 new flavors now, fruit punch or lemon. You know, maybe you want to try another one of our Shakeology boosts. Maybe you want to try beach bars. Maybe you want to buy yourself some really cool workout gear. Share, wear and share. You get a 25% discount, and who doesn't love saving money and, you know, getting cool stuff? So that's another benefit of that as well. The biggest and most important thing I feel is the friendships that you're going to make on this team. Now, a lot of us didn't know each other, like I said, before we became coaches. A lot of these girls on this call were bridesmaids in my wedding that I didn't know like 3 years ago or 4 years ago before I even started this. I literally thought I was just going to marry someone and have no bridesmaids. And I'm grateful that that wasn't the case. And these friendships, like I said, they're going to last a lifetime. These are going to be like your true friends. And I know it seems kind of weird because you don't really think you're going to make your best friends, you know, when you're in your late 20s and your early 30s or however old we are. But you really do. And these are what I found are like people who, they're not just your acquaintances. Like, we're such great friends. Like, we vibe on a whole nother level than people that I've known my whole life. Like, it's just so hard to even explain, but we're really grateful that you're here because you're going to get to really understand what we're talking about once you get signed up and you get involved in what our team is. And it's cool to have friends all over the United States and, you know, the UK and Canada, because when you go on trips and you go travel, you can visit your friends, you have a place to stay all the time. It's really nice. The other thing that's really amazing too is you get to set your work hours. So if you are somebody who works well in the morning, you want to wake up early, you want to get your work done before your regular job, you can do that. If you are somebody who that's not how you want to run your business, you want to work when you come home from work, you could do that. You pick when you do your workout. You choose the times of day that you're using to build your business when you're doing your workout. Like, you have control over your schedule to a certain extent if you also have a regular job. But those of us who are full-time coaches, we have complete freedom over our schedule and how we choose to run our day. And that could be a goal of yours, and it might not be, and that's okay. This isn't a one-size-fits-all type of thing, but you decide when you're going to work and how much work you're going to do. And your success is just dependent on, you know, how serious you take this business and how much work you put into it. So that's a pretty big perk, because in any other job, you're not getting paid based on how much effort you show and how much you show up for your team and how much you show up in your business. You know, you just get paid a salary, and that it is what it is, no matter how great you are. So that's another awesome thing about this, is you have the ability to really make, you know, determine how much you're going to earn and how much your business is going to grow. You also get to build something that is uniquely your own. Like, this is your thing. Everyone on this team, yeah, we're all Beachbody coaches, but we all have our own unique brand. We all have our own unique way of saying things and sharing things. We all have our own stories. So you are going to be the face of your business. And these tools that we were just talking about before, like Shakeology and Beachbody On Demand and so many other things that we have, are just the tools that are kind of in the background. So you're the face, and the tools that we use are Beachbody products and programs, because that's how we help our clients get results, and that's how we get results ourselves. So you have total freedom of how you want to run your business, how you want to share your story and your journey. It's completely 100% your story to share. Also, the fact that we don't have to make up workouts, we don't have to make meal plans, you know, we don't have to sit down and count macros for our clients. Like, all of the hard work is done for us. That stuff's not easy to do. I don't know how to do that stuff. Like, I'm not trained in those things. None of us really are. But the fact that we have these plug and play tools that you can just, you're going to be able to share a program, you're going to be able to share a product, you're going to be able to share a meal plan with confidence, because it was created by people who are educated in the area of fitness, nutrition. Like, these people are really good at what they do, and you don't have to spend hours and hours doing that. You just have to share and hold the people accountable to actually, you know, committing to doing it. And especially for those of you who are maybe yoga teachers or personal trainers, or maybe you work in a gym, you do that kind of thing, this is equally as amazing for you, because you can either work and teach 20 classes and spend 20 hours of your time doing that, or you can work, you know, a couple hours on the weekend and help a lot of people and earn just as much as you probably would have made teaching 10 classes. So it's not something that, you know, you can only teach in person, or you can only do this. It's a really great, like, an extra avenue for you if you are somebody who is in the fitness field, because you can help people who live in another state that you can't help because they don't live near you. You're able to help people that, you know, maybe live somewhere else. So it really allows you to help more people on a larger platform, which is really cool. You also get monthly rewards and prizes and swag. Like, this shirt is one of our prizes we got for helping 3 people in a month. And these are things that every month there's a new prize that you're going to get, which is just fun, because, I don't know, I like getting free things. I'm sure everyone else does too. You also have opportunities to travel, which the picture on the top is actually from our most recent trip. We went on a cruise. If you've been following us, I'm sure you saw all the fun. And these are trips that happen once a year, and these are trips that you can earn for free. And all you have to do to get on these trips is help 3 people every single month. And you know more than 3 people. So this is something that is not hard to do. It's something that you can totally 100% create for your life, and you just have to be dedicated to making it happen. And the trips are just like out of this world amazing. It's not like going on a trip with like your friends. It's like going on a like a Hollywood Walk of Fame kind of trip when you get there. It's kind of crazy. You don't feel like you're in a real world, but it's awesome. We also have team retreats and little get-togethers that we do on our own. We have annual conferences, which is called Summit, and that's where everyone gets together and we work out with the trainers live. We learn from top coaches in the network. We get to hear from speakers like Rachel Hollis. So if you've read Girl Wash Your Face, she's coming to our conference this year to speak, which is really exciting. We have quarterly meetups where they're called super weekends, and sometimes live trainers go to those, and they're a little bit more of a smaller type of gathering. Like I said, we work out with the live trainers. Most of us have met like the trainers and have worked out with them in person. It's really cool. It's unlike anything. It's not like working out with them on the TV. It's just really cool to actually be there live. Photo ops, all those things. Like so many awesome things that you can take advantage of as a coach that in regular life you probably never would get to do. And then the coolest thing of all is the fact that you get all of this and more, you know, for approximately $160 investment. You are opening the doors to a business. Like if you were to go and set up a brick and mortar business, maybe you have a business like that, you know very well it's going to cost you a lot more than $160 or, you know, in that area to start a business. And the even cooler thing is you can earn back your initial investment and start profiting in your first month. That is unheard of in any other kind of business. Like if you were going to go like start your own business and get a boutique, like you're probably going to be not earning an income for a couple of months once you get your feet wet and you get like everything off the ground, and then you'll enter profit mode. You can enter profit mode immediately in your first month. And your coach is going to help you do that. And we're going to talk more about that later. Emmy's going to cover the training and everything. But if you're somebody who, you know, you're willing to put in the work and you're willing to show up for yourself and your team, then you're going to have success, and your life is just going to be incredibly blessed by this company and by these amazing people on this team. So I'm going to pass it over to our next slide, which is Emmy. She's going to cover what we do and how this whole team part of the thing works for you. So go ahead.
All right, so I just wanted to echo what Carolyn said. As somebody who's gone outside of this and gotten my own certification, I got my certification in vegan nutrition from Cornell, which was thousands of dollars. I won't even get into all of that. But like, it's so true what she says. I know so many people who own their own business and either are years in and still not able to pay themselves, or like never make any profit off of it. That's just kind of the reality of a self-owned business. And that's why, even though I have that certification, this is what I do. It's what pays the bills, because yeah, there's just really no other self-owned business opportunity that I know of where you can be earning a profit month one. So just wanted to echo that and say how true that is. And so my favorite thing about this, when I was thinking about starting, the thing that really convinced me that I could give it a go was the fact that I was never going to be alone to try to figure something out on my own. I had like 50 social media friends and a whole bunch of fear and a whole bunch of like lack in self-confidence that I could do this. But I knew that I wasn't going to be thrown under the bus to just figure it out. I wasn't going to be sitting around trying to build a website or build training. Everything was ready. Like Carolyn said, they're plug and play tools that I could just go ahead and start using day one, and sharing with people as I used them myself. And so you get training from the second you sign up. There's literally zero lag time where you've signed up and you're just waiting around, twiddling your thumbs, trying to figure out what to do first. Everything is spelled out for you. The wheel is literally already invented. You just have to go roll it. We give you all of the tools that we use. We give you all the tools that 6 and 7, multiple 7-figure earners use. And it's really not rocket science, like I talked about earlier, what we do in a day. So what it looks like, if you're one of those people like me that like wants to know exactly what's going to happen when you sign up, is you will get some sort of welcome message from your team, from your coach, an email or a DM or whatever, with a step-by-step, like 1 to 2 page self-paced training that you go through to just orient yourself with your website you get, how to find the team page, just really basic stuff. And then we're going to support you the entire rest of the way. So we're going to hop on a phone call with you one-on-one. We're going to explain how to do what we do in a day, which is not very, intense at all. It's just basic skills that we'll train you with. And then from there on out, there's so many opportunities for support and mentorship every single week, if not every single day. There's something going on all the time, whether it's team calls, little small calls going on all the time. Like, you hop on as much of those as you want. Obviously, this is your business, so you run it the way you want. But I will say, having worked a lot of other jobs and gone to grad school and stuff like that, I was never given anywhere near as much training from any of my other jobs or schooling as I got from this. There's, like I said, no sitting around wondering what to do. You are given the tools and it is spelled out for you, and you go and do it, and, you know, fold into that your own skills and your own flavor and your own expertise. So we have weekly team calls. They're super fun. You can bring your wine or whatever you drink, your kombucha, and learn from one of the best coaches in the business or one of us hosting it. And you are really, your coach matches your pace. And that's the cool thing about this. If you're somebody like you just want to earn a little extra money to fill up your gas tank or pay off some debt or just have some fun spending money, your coach is going to match you and help you to do that. If you're somebody who's like all in and you want to be able to quit your job like I did or travel or whatever it is, then your coach is going to help you do that. But you're going to be trained to get into profit mode right away, which is, I hear a lot of people being like, oh, I hope I can do that. There's really no hoping. If you're helping 2 to 3 people join you and get healthier, you're going to have earned back that initial investment and start going into profit mode. Anything else, any additional people you help is just extra on top of that. You're also going to be plugged into an accountability group or challenge group, kind of, I'll call it different things. That is the like virtual gym, which is usually just an online group where you're in there getting your own results and also kind of seeing what that looks like. So then you can take that and run one eventually on your own. And we run different themes. You could do a Harry Potter, a Game of Thrones themed one. You could do like a mindfulness themed one or a vegan themed one, whatever it is that you want to really, you know, whatever you want to add to that, you get to put your own creative flair on that. And then obviously you get all the friendships that you could ever want out of this. That's definitely the best part for me. I was somebody that never had a friend group, and I was always like, oh my God, if I ever get married, I'm going to have no bridesmaids, like Carolyn was saying. And now I have like more girlfriends than we can fit in an Airbnb house, which is a pretty cool feeling that I never thought I would have. And so much fun. We've gone on so many trips together. I can honestly say I've traveled more in the last 4 years of being a coach than I have the rest of my life put together. I would have never gone to all these resorts and cruises. I would have never had excuses to go all across the U.S. in an RV. I used to live in an RV, and there was a coach that I could stay with literally in almost every single state that I wanted to visit. And I just recently went to the UK and visited my coach over there. And yeah, and also there's no, if you're somebody that's like, oh, is there like a contract or anything like that? Absolutely not. There's nothing to lose by doing this. You can always give it a shot. And if it's genuinely not for you, oh well, no hard feelings. I've had a lot of coaches over the years be like, not really for me. And then some days, you know, someday come back or not. And that's also totally cool. You at least gave it a shot. You got out of your comfort zone, but there's definitely nothing to lose. And it's always free to cancel if you're worried about that.
All right, so that is the informational, like what we do and all of that kind of piece of this. So now what we want to do is take a little bit of time for you to hear from a couple of the coaches on our team, a little bit about their story and how being a part of this team has changed their life. And if you're looking at the slide right here, I just want to explain what you're seeing here. The black and red and like angry looking side of the slide is how we felt before coaching. Now, I asked the women on our team, you know, in a sentence, explain what your life was like before coaching. And these were the real answers that these women had shared. And then on the opposite side of that is, how do you feel now since being a part of this team? So just take a look at that while you're hearing these stories so you can kind of, maybe you'll see something on this slide that resonates with you, whether it be on the angry red side or the happy side. Maybe it's a feeling you want to feel or something you'd like to have in your life that you're seeing up here, and just know that it is possible with coaching. So I guess we'll start with Alicia and then hop over to Michelle and then end with Natalie, and she'll close up the webinar because after that you're going to be dying to know how to get started with this. So go for it, Alicia.
Hi guys, I'm Alicia. I've been a coach for 3-ish years. I am a full-time teacher, so I do this part-time. But I'm going to tell you more about my original story. I know that I think maybe Lauren talked about this being our passion, and I need you to know that's not how it started out for me at all. So if you don't connect to that at all, don't worry. I hated working out. I had done all of the other diets in the world, juicing and Weight Watchers and everything. None of it worked. Weight Watchers worked for a little bit, and then you stop counting the points and it stops working. So I moved on from that. And throughout college, I just kind of did what I wanted. Really didn't care, didn't think anything of it, didn't notice any differences. And I think it was my senior year, the year after, I had realized that, oh my gosh, what do I look like? And my friend, actually, my coach is my friend. And actually, two of the coaches on here are my coaches, and they're my friends too. So you could meet people on the internet. You can also just know people. But I had known she was doing this. She reached out to me. She asked me, hey, do you want to do this? Like, I had done like a couple of like samples and everything. And I was like, all right, cool. Wasn't that easy. But eventually I was like, yes, let's do this. And it was a whole mess. I cried through it. I called her, texted her. I was having mental breakdowns. Like, it was not a good thing. And this was only 3 weeks long. So we did well. But I got through it. I got to the end and I was really upset. I looked at my picture and I'm like, nothing's changed. You lied to me. And so I sent her the picture, and I had sent her my before picture, and she sent them back side by side. And I almost started to cry. Like, I ran into my mom's room and I'm like, Mom, look at this. And she goes, oh, wow, great. And I'm like, Mom, did you know that I looked like this? And my mom's a nice lady, but she was like, yeah, like I was trying. So she was fully supportive of this. And so after that, I kind of just was like, okay, let's do this again. I can do those same workouts. Like, I know what they look like. I know what they are. Like, don't give me more than a half hour a day or I'm out. So I just like kept going with that. And eventually, like, I saw my own success and I wanted to pay it forward. I was already telling people about it. They asked me, oh my gosh, you look great. What did you do? Blah, 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 all that stuff. And I would always be like, oh, my friend, here, go to her. She's great. She's amazing. And at some point, she was like, hey, how about you do this? And I'm like, oh, cool. And that's kind of how I started. I have always been a social butterfly. I always had a lot of friends, but these are a different kind of friends. These are the friends that you go to when you're upset about something, and you don't want everybody you see every day to know, but like, these people are there for you no matter what. Like, it's a whole different kind of positive friendship of just like pure positivity all the time. And I love it. But this has helped me so much. I moved to Florida. I came back from Florida. I had no job. I was looking for a teaching job in New Jersey, which is near impossible. And I was subbing, making $65 a day if I could get a job every single day. And this helped me like keep my head above water and not have to like move, I don't know, home. I don't know what I would have done. But like, now I have extra money. I'm starting to pay off some of my debt. Sometimes I go to the grocery store and I'll pick up a bunch of avocados because I'm splurging and treating myself because I can. And I just went on that cruise everyone's talking about. I earned it, and I didn't think that I was the type of person that could, if I'm being completely honest. I am not like the best person in the world, and I just feel like I earned it myself just by helping my friends and helping these people that I connect with, and it blows my mind. We have so much fun, and I do this. It's great. I mean, it'll change your life, and I've become such a more positive person too from this. Oh, thanks. Like, my entire mindset, like, I didn't realize that I wasn't confident before this, and that I didn't realize it. I always thought I was. I was always bubbly. I was out there. I was like personable. I was at parties. I was having fun, but I never realized that I really wasn't confident. I didn't know how to appreciate myself. I don't know. It's
Stop.
great.
You're gonna make me cry.
Okay, I'm done.
I love you. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Alicia.
You're welcome.
I love you. Yeah, the workout hater who did 3 workouts in a row on the cruise now. People can change. All right, go ahead, Michelle. Thanks, Alicia.
All right, I think I unmuted myself. Yeah. So I am Michelle, originally from New Jersey. Alicia's actually my coach. Now I live in Maryland. A little bit about my past. So growing up and throughout high school and college, I was very athletic. So I never really thought about how, like, what to do for a workout. It was always soccer practice to basketball practice to cross country, you know, every day. And then even in college, I played club soccer, but I didn't really have to worry about, you know, thinking about what I was going to do because I had soccer and I had my intramurals. It wasn't until after college when I was like, oh my God, I don't have practice. I don't have anything. So I joined gyms, and it scared the crap out of me because I would literally walk around being like, I don't want to go over there. There are boys over there that look really muscular. I'm scared. So I'm just going to run 2 miles, do some crunches, like literally in the corner where nobody could see. Like I would find like a weird space and just do crunches and push-ups. And that would be my workout. So it wasn't until I guess 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago now, Alicia reached out to me with this opportunity, and I was like, hell yes, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and this is going to be like, I just push play and somebody's going to be telling me what to do, and I can do it in my living room. That's freaking amazing. And it wasn't, I think it was, so I signed up originally as a coach, but I wasn't actually working the business, but it's the same price to do it. So, I mean, I was like, why not? I might as well. And I'm going to get a discount on anything else. And I also love Shakeology. So I was like, hell yeah. So after my first program, I saw great results, and I was like thinking about it, starting to work the business, and I'm still iffy. And then I just was like, screw it. I'm going to go ahead all balls to the wall and go in. And I realized that I could help people the way that I help myself, and how everybody on this call helps each other, and helps other people, because there are people out there that don't even realize, like I did realize that I didn't know what I was doing, but I didn't want to change anything because I was like, I don't know what other options there are. So that's what our job is to find these people and help them realize that they might not really be happy with what they're doing. Also, a side note, I am a real estate agent, so my life is crazy all the time. Basically have to be on call 24/7. So if you think that you don't have time to do this, I beg to differ, because I don't know when I'm going to have to show a house. I don't know when I'm going to have an open house, what open houses are scheduled, but still. Actually, I had an open house on Saturday, and the whole time I was there, obviously not when people were there, I was working the business. So you will always find time. I know Carolyn, when she was a teacher, she would make herself go to the bathroom, like drink a ton of water to go to the bathroom, and then work the business from the toilet because she wanted to. So there's always time to do it. Sorry. Don't know if you wanted to share that, but so there's literally no excuse. Yeah, everyone has been there, done that, to say that you don't have time. And also you always have time for the workouts too, because they're 20-30 minute, like Lauren was saying. So you can see how close we are on this call. And I am one of those people, like we've talked about that. I've always had some girlfriends, but never ones that have been like, I don't know, I was more drawn, it sounds weird, drawn to guys. I'm engaged, but that sounds weird. Like I had more guy friends than girlfriends. And especially like moving down to Maryland when I don't know anybody down here. This has helped me so much, like gain confidence in myself that I can like talk to other girls and like be real with them and actually gain valuable friendships over this. And it really does sound weird. It's really hard to explain until you're in it with us, because you don't realize how amazing these people are until you go on a cruise with them and talk to them every day, or go to Summit with us. I mean, it's amazing, and I love every one of them, and they're like sisters and best friends to me. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about. But so there's no excuse. If you don't think you don't have time, you do have time.
We love you, Michelle. You are such a hard worker. I see you selling houses and helping people. We love you. You're awesome.
Thank you.
All righty. And I believe Natalie is going to share her story and then tell you guys how to join this awesome team, because I'm sure you're wondering, how do I do it? How do I get started? So go ahead, Natalie.
Okay, guys, I am Natalie. My story is a little bit different than Alicia's and Michelle's, and that's what's unique about this business is we kind of all come into this for different reasons. For me, I stumbled upon my coach on Instagram, which I know some of you on this call, probably the same thing. But I wasn't looking for a fitness routine or a workout program or nutrition help. I kind of thought I had all that figured out. Turns out I didn't. But I was more looking for like something more in my life. Like I've been working the same job for like 10 years. It's an amazing job. They pay me great. I, for a long time, had a lot of fulfillment there. But I got to the point where I wasn't growing as much anymore because I pretty much run the place. So I was more like, okay, what can I do to add more to my life? Because I have to get those feelings. Like my job, I'm surrounded by people who are building businesses as young kids and like watching themselves like put themselves so far ahead of their peers. And I was like, how can I do that? So I stumbled upon Brittany. I don't think she's on this call. She's in California. She's not on the same time zone. But I stumbled upon her page, and she was talking about these workout programs and about a business and being able to make an extra income on the side. And at the time, like I had no business picking up a side hustle. I was working probably 40 to 60 hours a week, never knowing what time I was going to be home. But I told myself, like, I really want to add more to my plate so I can try to feel like I'm going to get more in my life. So it honestly took me, like, from the initial conversation with Brittany to my sign up was about 20 minutes. I didn't care how much it cost. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was try something more and like level my life up a little bit. And the only reason it took 20 minutes was because I was like in Plato's Closet selling clothes and I didn't have service to like buy the package. So I would have signed up in like 30 seconds if I had the ability to. But I was like, cool. Like she talked about this fitness program. She talked about building a business, kind of branding something on your own, but having support from like $1 billion company, which was like, okay, cool. Like I've got this back of a company where I'm not, I don't have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't have to have an infrastructure to actually like provide employment for people. I don't have to worry about customer service or shipping or any of the stuff that is really hard about starting a new business. So it was a no-brainer for me. So I signed up and I just kind of took off with this. I watch my body change, which I have like a really petite build. And for a long time in my life, I would like pretend to do the crunches. So I like didn't get judged for people like, oh, she has abs or she's too skinny or, she's too this, she's too that. And so for a long time, I just kind of like was living in that whole, like, someone's going to judge me if I do something on like, they're not on their terms. So when I came into this business and I saw all these women that I was like, oh my God, these girls are so supportive. I can be me and like feel okay about that and share my journey. And like, I realized so many people actually relate to that journey. And when that started to happen for me, I was like, this is like my calling. I had no idea when I signed up that I was going to, I guess, like change so many people's lives. Like I honestly have helped at least almost pretty much 5 people every single month since I started as a coach. And I had no idea what the hell I was doing when I started. Like literally chicken with my head cut off, didn't know what I was doing. All I knew was that the workouts were working. I was like feeling more fulfilled. I was growing as a person, and it made me want to share that with more people, which is why all of us are so passionate about like, you made a choice to be on this call right now or watching this. If you're going to watch this later on recording, you made a choice to be here, which means there's something that someone said to you that made a difference or impacted you or made you feel like this is something that maybe you could do. And like just making that choice right there is like allowing you to level up in your life right away. Like I wish that I would have found this business earlier in my life because I've been able to do so many things in under 2 years that I didn't think was going to be possible for me. I had all the things on paper that make like a good life, like loving boyfriend. I had my own house that I bought at 24. I have this amazing job that pays me really well, but I didn't have like something that was bringing something to me. And this is honestly what did it for me. I was actually able to, back in October, which was like a year and like 4 months into my business, I was able to drop down to part-time hours at my full-time job. Like I was working when I started 60 hours a week, and like my job is still very valuable to me. And I love being there and helping that business grow, but now I'm helping myself grow. And that feeling of like working for yourself and building your dream life as opposed to someone else's dream life is like a really cool feeling. So I finally got to get that with this business, and I didn't think that was possible. I also paid off $60,000 of student loan debt. A big chunk of that was what I made in my first year and a half with this business. I wouldn't have been able to do that if it weren't for this business. So the income of it, I didn't come in for money. I came in for a feeling. I got the feeling, I got the income, and like I got the friendship. So everything that everyone talked about on this call is so true. And the stuff that's on the screen right now that you guys are reading, like, to be honest, back 2 years ago before I started working on myself, I probably would have I did judge people for being a Beachbody coach. Like, straight up, I did. Like, I thought it was weird, and I thought people that did that were weird. And that was like me being insecure and not taking care of myself and just assuming that people who are showing up for themselves and for other people are annoying or whatever. But as soon as I ripped the Band-Aid off of like, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks about me, I'm going to live my life how I want to, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to inspire so many people. Like, the amount of people that you help without even really knowing it is so incredible. Like, I get messages from random people that I don't know who they are. I didn't even know they were watching my stuff. Just like, thank you for showing up. Like, it makes me feel really good that you show up every single day, and it makes me think that it's possible for me. Like, that's the kind of stuff that changes your life. Like, not necessarily losing, 15 pounds or getting abs. Like, that stuff's great too. But this is like a totally different feeling when you find something that's going to propel you forward in life. So it's obviously, I can talk about this for a long time, but we don't have like a ton of time. But there's a ton of amazing girls on this team. We want to share this with you because we know that you can make an impact in your life and other people's lives too. The trips are awesome. I just had a lot of fun drinking a lot of mojitos and on a Royal Caribbean cruise with all these girls. We all met on the internet. I didn't know anyone on this team when I started this, and I talked to them more than I talked to my friends that I have known from high school. So it does really just put you with a different group of people, people that want you to succeed. So just a little bit of advice from me, I guess, is just like, step outside of your comfort zone and just make a decision that's going to help you 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 4 months from now. Like, picture your life if you close your eyes in 5 years. Like, you could make that life a reality if you take action and believe in yourself. So I don't want to keep talking, but just so you guys know, you guys can totally do this. What you need to do if you felt connected to anyone on this call, or you have more questions, or I guess maybe we can even open it for questions after, but if you reach out to your coach or the person that invited you here, or the person that you maybe reached out to get here, ask them any questions that you have. They can help you to build the perfect package for your like wellness kit to get you started on working on yourself. Like we all talked about, this business starts with taking care of yourself. So that is the most important thing when we get you started. So reach out to that person that invited you here, and they can get you all enrolled and all started, and we can rip the Band-Aid off of all the stupid fears that we have and start changing other people's lives and our own lives. So that's all I have. I don't want to keep rambling, but I don't know if anyone has any questions or anything that they want to share or anything. I guess anyone want to say anything?
All right, yeah, I couldn't see the chat box during the whole thing, so do we have any questions in there, or this light is it needs to go?
I haven't seen any questions pop up, but if anybody has one, please ask.
I'm trying to stop sharing my screen. It's not letting me. Sorry. Clearly, you don't have to be a professional. Here we go to do this. Does anyone have any questions? There's like 50 notifications in the chat. Damn.
I don't see any questions in there.
No?
I don't think so.
All right. Well,